Well, as I told you in my last story, that Gabriel Jesus is really one of those players that Arteta will need to decide on whether he's going to Sporting Lisbon or not. Lots of stories came in through indicating that the player is going to travel with Arsenal to Portugal. Whether to make it to the match squad or to motivate his fellow players, by then we never knew. But right now, photos coming in from London Conley, where Arsenal is conducting its open training of 15 minutes ahead of the UEFA Europa League game, have indicated that Gabriel Jesus is training with Arsenal. And do you know what that means? Stay on this video and smash the like button. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where you're watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, huge story, huge day. Tomorrow, Arsenal is really playing Sporting Lisbon and they are set to fly to Portugal anytime from now. And I think that's where Mikel Arteta is going to hold his press conference from I think it's going to be the late hours a little bit, because I believe they're going to arrive a little bit late and Mikel Arteta is going to hold the press conference from that side. Now, we are having photos coming in from London Conley that have indicated how Jesus is really back in full training session with Arsenal. That is Gabriel Jesus. As you see him there, this is Gabriel Jesus. Here he is. And there he is arriving at London Conley to train. And again, that is Gabriel Jesus for you in there training with Arsenal. Then, this is Gabriel Jesus. This is Ben White, Grant Xhaka, and Jesus in training ahead of the game of Sporting Lisbon in Portugal. And Arsenal's gone ahead to post that on their Instagram, that step by step at the Arsenal Training Center. That is Jesus for you. And let me throw you a little bit of information about how these things work out. Now, how do these things work out? Now, every time a team is going to go ahead and really play in the UEFA Europa League, they conduct an open training that is captured on camera by the media. They are allowed to capture only 15 minutes, but who are supposed to take part or get involved into that training session? They are only those players that are eligible to play in that UEFA Europa League game. Meaning that the moment we've seen Gabriel Jesus into this, there are a lot of high chances that he's going to make it to Portugal and he's going to be part of the match squad that Mikel Arteta is going to really select the 11 players from. And I think it's one of those stories that everyone is really looking for, or has been waiting for, to see whether Jesus is going to be part of the squad that's going to train today. But he is really back, according to me. Why? On Friday last week, Arteta told us that within 7 and 10 days, Jesus will be assessed and see whether he's really ready to play the game of football. But the knee is fully healed. The knee is fully healed. For the previous 2 weeks, he has been using the knee to really lift heavy objects. And he is now to that level of really playing the game of football. He's been training with Arsenal for the previous 2 weeks. He's been training with the first team, though Arteta never wanted to hurry him back. Reason being, he knows that if at all he hurries him back, he might get a setback that might affect his team negatively. Yet, the remaining 12 games of the Premier League season are so much important when you're having a fully fit Gabriel Jesus. If at all you talk about injury-prone players, he's not an injury-prone player. He's not one. He has not. My mind rarely remembers a day Jesus was out for 3 months at Man City. I think he was one of those players that was readily available for the club of Man City. And here at Arsenal, I think that knock he got at the World Cup just put him in a position of really trying not to help out his team of Arsenal when they best needed him. But I think God has his plans. Look, when we are into the final bend of the season, he returns and Arsenal is having no striker who is fit. Nketiah injured, Trossard injured, and he returns, meaning that he has returned at the very right time. Now, Tom Arnold has also gone ahead to confirm to us that Gabriel Jesus could make Arsenal's return against Sporting Lisbon. Mikel Arteta will decide on Wednesday whether Brazil forward can return from injury to play a role in the UEFA Europa League game on Thursday. Now, who is Tom Alnut? Tom Alnut is a football journalist for the Time Sport, and he is really a good one. And he has told us that it's a decision that Mikel Arteta has to make. But the player has shown all the potentials of really making it to the starting 11 or coming off the bench for the Arsenal side. And he's really hungry to play. We know how much passion he holds for Arsenal, and it's a pleasure for him to see to it that he's coming to Arsenal for his first season, and they are in line of those that are expected to lift the trophy of the Premier League season. To me, the level of thinking and self-belief that I know about Gabriel Jesus, on how he does his things and how big he wants to win. He wants to play today. Why? He even wants to lift the UEFA Europa League. This man has a mentality that in every tournament they're supposed to win. So, Arteta has a decision to make today about Jesus, and I think it's really going to be so much important to see to it that he makes a decision that is right, and that's what makes you a manager. A manager is all about making right decisions. If at all you don't make right decisions, then you might find yourselves in a position of really ruining the club of Arsenal. And again, there is another photo coming in from the Arsenal universe, again of Jesus doing his stuff. That is Jesus, and this is Grant Xhaka, and this is Ben White. So he is really there and training with the club. We are just waiting to see whether he's going to be part of that traveling squad to Sporting Lisbon. And if at all he is, then that will be the last nail in the coffin about Gabriel Jesus, because this will be music to ears to all Arsenal fans all over the world that a player has really recovered at the very, very right time. You know, he's the most important player at Arsenal. You might not like it. Some will say it's Bukayo Saka. Others will say it's Odegaard. Others will say it's Saliba. Others will say Thomas Partey. Guys, this guy is phenomenal. He's phenomenal. You know, I don't support Arsenal. I support Manchester United. But Gabriel Jesus is a beast. He's a monster of a striker. You know, I have a player that I love most, known as Lisandro Martinez. He was asked that which striker has ever given you hard time ever since you came to the Premier League? And he has faced close to 10 or 15 strikers in the Premier League. The cream de la cream. Apart from Salas sending him back to Argentina on Sunday, he told us that it's Gabriel Jesus. Do you know why? He's talented, has a nice skill set, and he can go one-on-one and win a physical battle with anyone. You get? He comes to you strong, and he has the talent. That is Gabriel Jesus for you. And that's what makes him one of the hardest forwards to defend in world football. So, with Arsenal having a Liverpool game after the international break, this man comes in at the right time. So, your thoughts onto Jesus training with Arsenal ahead of the Sporting Lisbon game are welcome in the comment section below. And Rokani David remains my name. I would like to see what your thoughts are as we wait for Mikel Arteta to give us a final decision on whether he's taking this man to Portugal or not. But remember, he is the only fit striker he's having. I think on the training ground, he's fit. The only fitness he's lacking is the match fitness. So, Jesus is back in the training sessions of Arsenal, full team training session of Arsenal. Photos are leaking out, and they're really training on social media. And what a day for all Arsenal fans all over the world. See to it that this guy is really back in a very good form that you needed him. And obviously, they've also hinted about Emily Smith-Rowe a little bit before I really sign out. I had missed out onto this. So we've been told by this Times reporter, that is Tom Alnut, that Mikel Arteta will decide on today whether Jesus can return from injury to play in the Sporting Lisbon game on Thursday. Emily Smith-Rowe could start. Both Eddie Nketiah and Leandro Trossard are unlikely to feature. Obviously, those are out. But we might also get a shocker that Eddie Nketiah is fully fit from the media. So, guys, I sign out for now. See you later. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. But Gabriel Jesus is training with the team of Arsenal ahead of the Sporting Lisbon game. I'm out.